So there is another free model coming in, and let me first show you what I built with this free model and why I wanted to show you this. First I'll tell you. So it's a simulation of the live satellites that are orbiting Earth, and this data is coming directly from NORAD and Celestrak, and you can even track IS on this website. So you can literally follow where exactly IS right now, and you can even follow any other website. So there might be some lag on the UI because the data is live. So the point is, this has been built by a completely free model which is available for you to download. You can literally use it, and you can create application completely free from it. And in today's video I'm going to show you what exactly this model is, how you can configure it via some open source agent like Opencode or Openrouter, and how you can create something like this. And if you want to know the prompt of this application that I built, you can directly comment down, or I'll try to open source the project itself. I will pin the GitHub repository in the description or somewhere. Just make sure you like and comment first. Okay, so now let me show you how exactly I built this with this open source model. So this has been built by using OxAlpha. It's an open source model by a provider called Stealth. So now the Stealth name is coming from because the provider itself, we do not know who is the provider. It's a Stealth. Nobody knows who is the provider. And if you go to the Openrouter and read about it, so the provider has chosen to remain anonymous because the model is currently in the preview mode. So they might be getting what the users are talking about it. They might be getting the feedback from the users, and that is why they have open source it, and you can completely use it for free. The context window for this model is around 1 million, and the throughput is 23 TPS. I think that's token per second. That means it's pretty fast. Throughput is something how fast or something how effectively can something be processed. So that is what we have. This model is multi-modal. That means you can provide input as text, image, video, and it can process something output as text. And also one more thing to notice, that this model doesn't use the data for training, but they do use prompt. They have some retention policy and they use prompts. So they are not saying that they are using the data for the training, but they may be checking what kind of input user is providing and what is the output the model is generating. So the prompt might be used somewhere for evaluation of the models, but I think the data is not used for the training purpose. So I think that is why it is in preview model. It is right now you can say in a testing mode. So the developers are trying to push it so that they get some feedback from the users and they can improve the model. So now let me show you how exactly you can use it using Opencode. So I built this site using Opencode. So I have already configured my Opencode. In case if you are not, then I'll walk you through. You can follow the steps, and I think it's a pretty straightforward steps that you have to do. So what you need to do if you want to do it via Openrouter or Opencode, because the model is available on the Opencode as well. So the first step that you can do, you can simply download Opencode from Opencode website. You copy this command npm -g opencode-ai, and you open a terminal in your Windows, Mac, or whatever system you are using, and just paste this command and install this in your terminal window. So let me open the terminal. Where is my terminal? So once you are inside your terminal, you can simply paste this command and hit enter. I am not going to hit enter because I have already installed my Opencode. Once your installation is done, you can simply create a directory or wherever you want to do the coding part. So just create a directory. So I'm going to go inside my code directory and create a directory over there for testing this. And you can simply write Opencode and it will open the Opencode terminal window inside the same directory. So once you are inside that directory, what you can do, you can simply see there is the model coming by default here, because Opencode has already integrated this model within their system, within their harness. So what you can do, you can start straight away using it. That's what you can do. Otherwise, in case if you're not able to see it, just click Ctrl P and you will see the list of models coming. So in case if you are unable to see it, you can click on Ctrl P and you can switch the model. So you can click on switch model, and then here you can search for OxAlpha free. It should be under Opencode Zen, and you can literally find it from there. Select that model and you can start prompting it. So this is one of the way that you can do it. The another way is, again, you can click on Control P and this time select for provider. Go to the provider section and search for your open router provider. So once you find the open router provider, you can go to open router and create a API key for this model that we just discussed. So you can click on try this model and you will get an option to create API key. From here, you can again click on API key and create a API key for this model. So in this screen, you will see the API key section to create the API keys. And from here, you can simply click on new key, create a key. I have already created the key, but you can simply add any name for this key. Create the key. I am going to close it, copy that key and again go back to Opencode and provide the API key to your provider section. So let me show you again. So you can go to connect provider, search for open router in this case, and then I'll click on open router and I'm going to paste the API key over here. So now by this way, what is happening, you are going to use this same model via open router and via the default OxAlpha free within the open code itself. So if something is not working for you in the open code, you can directly switch to the other provider, that is open route for us. And that's it. And from here onwards, you can start providing a prompt. For the particular project that I built, it took around 30 minutes to build it because the model is fast, but obviously the model was failing at some places and I have to provide detailed prompt. So better the prompt, the better output you will obviously get. For the NORAD and this is Celeste track, I haven't provided anything. I literally told what library to use, so model was able to pick that up. And I did some research before to get the live data for the all the satellites. So that's how I guided the model and model was able to generate it. And if you found the video useful, consider liking and subscribing the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.